This is what $100 looks like. This is 10 million. This is 10 billion. And now, this is $100 billion. Elon Musk, worth $425 billion. And now, here's you. Maybe you have a job where you get a fixed salary every month, but no matter how hard you work, there's barely anything left at the end. Or maybe you're a student, giving your all, just to one day land a job and tell your parents, I'm standing on my own now. Meanwhile, millionaires are buying cars, mansions, and flying private jets. And you wonder, how? How are they doing this so young, so fast, while you're stuck in the same loop, dreaming of freedom, but seeing no way out? Life feels like it's just moving, no direction, no map. And those dreams, they're starting to feel like just dreams. But what if you're wrong? What if there's a path no one told you about? One that completely changes how you see money. The actual psychology of money. Because somewhere between what you were taught and what's actually true lies the key that separates those who earn from those who attract. Most people will quit this video before it even begins. But the ones who stay, they'll understand something that we have learned about how money is attracted that could make them never worry about money ever again. Ready? Let's begin. Money. The one thing we all chase, but no one ever teaches us how it really works. Society taught us this. Study hard, get into a good college, get a secure job, earn a salary, retire one day. And from the time we're kids, our success gets tied to just one thing. What job will you do when you grow up? How much salary will that job provide? Even the most curious, creative minds are handed a script to follow before they even understand how the world works. Go to school, get a degree, get a job. Now we will tell you what happens next. After years of struggle, you finally land that job. You move away from home and start selling the most precious things you have, your time, your talent, your energy, all in exchange for a fixed number every 30 days. In return, you get a salary. Please note, there are two great addictions in life: heroin and a monthly salary. And that addiction, it makes you believe this is security, that 4 days off a month with your family is a gift, that this is how life is supposed to be. Wake up. Whether it's freezing, raining, or scorching hot, doesn't matter. Take a shower, go to office, get scolded at work, come home, sleep. Repeat. Monday to Friday, for the next 40 years. Just reading that feels suffocating, doesn't it? Now imagine the ones actually living it. 5 days in a week, the whole year till the age 60. Take a break. Question yourself, who are you? Why are you doing this? An average human only gets 28,854 days in their lifetime. And if you're 15 years old watching this, you've already spent around 5,500 days. That leaves you with just around 23,354 days before the cycle fully begins. You have a choice. Spend those days building someone else's dream without experiencing the luxuries in the world, or break the pattern and own the luxury, the real luxury of life. Still there? Let's move to next chapter. You've heard it before. Don't chase money, make it chase you. But here's the truth no one explains. Everyone is chasing money. But money,
It only goes to those solving real problems. Let's break this down. A food delivery guy gets paid a small amount for delivering your food. An electrician, a few $100 to fix your water purifier. These are basic, easy-to-learn skills, solving small, everyday problems. Simple tasks, small earnings. Because the problems they solve are small. Now look at someone like a business analyst, a product consultant, a startup founder. They earn tens of thousands, not because they work harder, but because the problems they solve are more complex. And Elon Musk? He focused on solving the most difficult and complex problems. He's solving problems that even NASA and the Pentagon couldn't figure out. He's not earning more. He's attracting more because of what he solves. The bigger the problem, the more money.
Now listen carefully. Look around your own life. Ask yourself, where do you spend most of your time? In your office? In your classroom? Now, observe. Look around. What's frustrating people around you? What's irritating them the most? Are they complaining about how long they wait in queues? About waiting for doctor appointments? About confusing government websites or slow apps? Or about their pets? Every complaint is a hidden opportunity. Here's a situation we've all faced. You're trying to get help from customer service. It could be your internet down, your bank account frozen, or a product refund you need urgently. You dial the helpline. Press 1 for English. Press 2 to speak with a representative. Your wait time is forever. You put the phone on speaker. It plays that annoying hold music. 10 minutes in, the call drops. You try again. Same loop. Finally, someone answers and says, "Please send us an email with your concern." That's it. Hours wasted, problem unsolved. Frustrating, right? Boom. You've just spotted a problem. Now imagine this. An AI-powered platform where you can speak or type your problem just once, and it instantly connects you to the right department with a live update on your query status. No hold music, no transfers, no runaround. Sounds simple, but let me tell you, it doesn't exist yet at scale. Because everyone complains about customer support, but very few see it as a multi-billion-dollar problem just waiting for a solution. Sounds complex? Sure. But so did every million-dollar startup before it was built. The truth is, the people who stopped chasing money and started solving pain points, they're the ones money now runs after. Because when you solve a real problem, you don't have to earn attention. You attract it. Here's the truth most schools, colleges, and even workplaces never teach you. You're already sitting on something valuable. You just don't know how to use it. Let's say you're a teacher, or a mechanic, or someone who spent years learning something, anything, deeply. It might be fitness, or skincare, or interior design. Even just organizing things or reviewing gadgets. That knowledge, that experience, means nothing if it only lives in your head or is exchanged one-to-one in a job. But the moment you take that knowledge and share it with many, the moment you teach it, document it, simplify it for others, you stop being an employee. You become a brand. You become leverage. Look at Ali Abdaal. He was a junior doctor in the UK, but in his free time, he started making YouTube videos, sharing tips on studying, productivity, and using tech tools. No big production, just his knowledge, his camera, and his voice. Slowly, that turned into a brand. Today, Ali makes millions through online courses, affiliate content, and sponsorships. And he left medicine altogether. He didn't invent anything new. He just shared what he knew in a way people needed it, all by turning knowledge into leverage.
Let's understand with a different example. Toby just wanted to sell snowboards online. But the tools available in 2006 were slow, expensive, and built for coders, so he built his own. That simple tool to sell snowboards became the first version of Shopify. Today, Shopify powers over 4 million businesses, and Toby Lutke went from selling snowboards to a billionaire CEO, all because he didn't wait for a better tool. He built the one he wished already existed and ended up building Shopify. No content, no hype, just a problem and a solution. One small idea, built to solve his own need, now empowering millions globally. But here's the kicker. There's one thing that every single multimillionaire has in common. They found a way to take something they knew and scale it from one to many using the internet. And suddenly, people you never imagined start showing up because your solution speaks to problems even they couldn't solve. And that attention is the new oil today. Because if you can attract attention for something real, valuable, and useful, money will come. And you won't have to chase opportunities anymore. The right ones will find you. Ever wonder why some people seem to rise above the rest, even when others are just as talented? What have they done different? Think of Lionel Messi. He isn't loud. He doesn't chase cameras. He's not obsessed with the spotlight. But when his team is struggling, when the world is watching, when everything's at stake, he delivers. He changes the course of the match. And that's how his legacy was built. Not by shouting the loudest, but by consistently showing up with something no one else could do. That's what personal branding really is. Not viral videos, not fake fame. It's about showing people what you do and how you do it differently. And here's the part most people miss. You don't need millions of followers. You need the right audience. Let me tell you about someone else. There's a guy online who doesn't make you laugh, doesn't vlog, doesn't entertain. In fact, most people would scroll right past his videos. What does he do? He teaches people how to use Excel formulas. Sounds boring, right? But here's what you didn't see. Every time a corporate team gets stuck with messy spreadsheets, every time a startup needs to automate reports, every time a manager panics before a big presentation, his videos are the ones they turn to. His videos barely get 10,000 views, but those 10,000 are decision makers. People who rely on his Excel skills to make real-life, high-stakes decisions. And that's why he earns more from 10,000 views than most creators do from 10 million. Because he built a micro personal brand, one that delivers real value to a very specific audience. And in return, he doesn't need to chase money, attention, or trends. His brand does the work for him, quietly, consistently, powerfully. Let's be honest. Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they keep saying this one sentence: I don't have time. You're working a job that eats up your entire day. You're a student drowning in assignments, deadlines, expectations. By the time you get a moment to yourself, you're exhausted. You scroll for a bit and the day's gone. So you keep telling yourself, maybe later. But later never comes. Now, here's a story you probably haven't heard. Avinash Kumar, known as Aesthetic Avi online, had a job that most people would kill for. He was earning decently, a dream for any middle-class household. But he also had a dream, to build something of his own. So he made a decision. Daytime for the job, nighttime for the dream. He'd shoot videos after work. He'd write scripts during breaks. He'd edit when the world was asleep. Today, he's built a YouTube empire with over 2 million subscribers. Brands, freedom, and impact, all from the same 24 hours we all get. And that's what separates the 1%. They don't wait for perfect conditions. They build in the storm. Now here's the story they never taught you in school. When Napoleon Bonaparte led his troops to invade a powerful enemy country, he didn't give them a plan B. He got them off the ships, and then he set those ships on fire. No retreat, no second thoughts, only one way forward, win or die trying. He didn't give his army a choice. He clearly stated, to win is not your choice, it's your need now. And he won the battle. And that's exactly what you need to do with your goals. Turn your dream into a need, not a choice. Because once you remove the safety nets, you stop making excuses. And once you stop making excuses, then the magic happens. What truly separates the 1% from the rest isn't just talent or luck. It's how deeply they want it. Not as a wish, not as a hope, but as a burning, non-negotiable need. When you crave success like air to breathe, you don't just work harder, you become unstoppable. Think about this. When hunger strikes, you don't wait, you find food any way you can. When your survival depends on it, you don't settle for excuses. You make sacrifices, you adapt, you fight. This is the mindset billionaires, legends, and pioneers share. It's the force that turns ordinary people into giants. Imagine the difference between wanting to be rich and needing to be rich because your family depends on you. Or wanting to build your dream business versus needing to build it because it's your only way forward. That intensity, that urgency, fuels creativity, persistence, and resilience. It transforms obstacles into opportunities. Setbacks become lessons, not excuses. And here's the key. You have to create that need inside yourself. Not because life is perfect, but because your vision is so powerful that giving up is not an option. Because when you want something that badly, the universe bends to your will. So today, ask yourself, what is your need? What dream is so important to you that failure simply isn't an option? How will you burn the ships behind you, leaving only one path ahead? Because that's the secret to breaking the cycle, to changing your story, to rewriting your future. If this message hits you, make sure to watch our previous videos where we uncover more secrets of success, mindset shifts, and stories of those who dared to turn their craving into unstoppable need. Don't just dream, transform.